Give him a Joker smile. Good morning. Yeah, thereabouts. Uh, I'm Dan the Man. Preacher Dan. Uh, I'm still pissed off about the fact that I'm not ordained, but I paid to be ordained. But I'm not. Because the person that sent me my ordination papers is a woman. And so I did some sort of research and I found out that she robbed me, man. So, you know, I just don't understand sometimes why people take advantage of the Bible. And I didn't know because, believe it or not, I got ordained before I read the Bible. Yeah, yeah. Huh? Yeah. It said, "Do you want to become an ordained minister?" They had 10 questions. I answered the questions. They said, "Congratulations, you're an ordained minister." I went, huh? They said, "Send us the money. We'll send you the certificates, the fucking package, all of that." I got it. It was one sheet of paper, was a certificate, one letter, which was one paragraph, and then a little tiny wallet card. And I had to pay $65 shipping and handle was 70 something bucks to be ordained. So I said, okay, I'll do it. Because I'm studying God now, and I knew that this is the direction I wanted to take my life. I had become saved, but I had not become knowledgeable. Anywho, I want to show you something. I'm baking bread. I just made this ball of dough, and it's already starting to rise. Uh, yeah, I don't know what it could. Let's see. Yeah. So it's the dough, and I'm gonna show you a picture of it from for here, and then when it rises the first time all the way, then I'll take another video, and then I'll punch it down, and I'll make a couple of loaves out of that, and then I'll bake that after it rises. So I enjoy cooking my own food. It's a wonderful savings of money. I went out to McDonald's, and I'm not a small boy. Okay, I don't eat kids' meals. All right, and one hamburger just doesn't cut it. I don't like any McDonald's fries at all whatsoever. What? How could you say that? They're delicious. Yeah, but I was watching this show, and they took a large order of French fries, fresh French fries, right out of the fryer, right into the bag. 20 minutes later, they're in a jar and sealed and labeled, right? And they put a McDonald's hamburger, McDonald's fries, McDonald's this, that, and the other. And they wanted to see, after a year, how what it looked like. What exactly became of this thing inside of a jar. Well, all the jars were just rotten, filled, just science experiments for mold and mildew and all that other garbage. But the only one that didn't have any at all whatsoever mold were the French fries. Mold doesn't eat French fries. Not McDonald's fries. Not McDonald's French fries. Anyway, it was amazing. They looked exactly the way they did when they put them in the jar. So that's sort of scary. Anything that doesn't break down and you put that through your body, what is it doing? I don't know. Just feeling that spot, $3.79 or $4.85 or however much it costs for a large order of fries. I couldn't believe it. I walked out of there with 3 hamburgers and paid $23. 27, almost $30 for 3 hamburgers. I'm like, where are we living, man? We are living in a world of thieves. For the same amount of money, I could have bought a 20-pound bag of rice and a 10-pound bag of sugar. And I'm at my wit's end on the gas prices. And, these things are just going to continue to increase. I live on a budget. My budget doesn't increase. My income does not increase. It stays exactly the same. It's going to be exactly the same until I die. But they keep raising prices. They are supposed to give us a cost of allowance and all that other stuff. But they don't always come through with their promises. I see that I need to time this. So I don't know why they want me to cover it, but we didn't cover it. When I worked in a bakery, we covered nothing. We just put everything in a proofer after it rose, or when it was rising or whatever. After you cut the dough and, after you knead the dough, right? You put it on the table, right? Flatten it out, cut it, and then put it, in balls and let it rise. Punch that down, let it rise, and then put it in the oven. Okay, so that's the way, it usually works. So I don't remember what I was talking about, so I got to get back to this. Just like the yeast, puffed up pride. Thank God I understand what's going on now. I was a very confused person. I'll tell you right now. Not reading the Bible is your problem. Not knowing every word in that Bible and every concept in that Bible is your problem. Once you grasp all the multitude of things that you really have to do to be saved, it is definitely something that was thought of before you were born, and it definitely takes a lifetime on this planet to try to even find out the truth. To even know the truth, you're a lucky person. You're a lucky person. Because most people think they know the truth or a partial version of it. But there's always lies mixed within their beliefs. That's why it is so important that you go by the book. Go by the book. What book? The Bible. Old Testament, New Testament. There's only 2 testaments that matter. There are no other testaments written by the spoken word of God. Everything that was written in the Bible came from God. It was inspired by God, written by holy men. Not women, That's what I was talking about. Women in the church. Well, women sin first. God noticed that and told them they're going to have to be in pain to have children. Now, because making babies is fun, but having babies is murder. People die doing it. I'm serious. Many, many, many people died. Sarah died. Somebody died. Had 2 babies. Rebecca. Somebody got pregnant with 2 kids, and by the second kid, they said, I think it was Rebecca. Yes, it was. And they said, don't worry, you're going to have a second baby and he's going to survive. Okay? And then she died. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll be getting back with you. This is going to be a shorter tape because we're doing bread. So I wanted to show the difference between what it was. Now look, it's already rised a little. See? But by the time I get done, when it gets done rising, you'll see that it, has risen. And then I like watching, I like making bread, and then, I do love the way it smells and tastes afterwards, of course. But it's the process for me. I actually enjoy the science of, getting the temperature of the water, oil, and everything at certain degrees, right? You don't want it to be hot because it'll kill the yeast. So if you can put your hand in it and it feels warm, but it doesn't burn you, that's good. That's exactly what you want. Put your sugar and your oil in there and your yeast, and mix the yeast up, get it all wet, let it settle. Sometimes it settles to the bottom, or, just floats around in the water. And walk away and don't mess with it for 10 minutes. And if it looks foamy and pudgy and stuff when you come back, yeah, that's working great. But if the water still looks cloudy and there's really not any foam, you have not activated that yeast, or that yeast is bad. So it won't make the bread rise, so don't use it. Get a fresh jar of yeast every 3 to 6 months, unless you bake bread every day. Then you're usually probably buying it every time you go to the store. You must have a family. But now I know why they make loaves of bread for families. Yeah, because I could take 7 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of oil, and a little bit of this and that. And I can make 2 loaves of bread that it takes 2 days for me to eat. And I'm a big boy. And I don't eat just bread. I'm going to eat something with that bread, so I won't be eating as much bread because I'm going to be eating something else too. See? So my bread lasts me for it depends on if I eat anything else that day. My bread is so good. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I can just eat it right, just raw. I mean, not raw dough like that. No. But when it's done and it's hot and it's out of the oven, it's baked, it's cooled down enough to where I can cut it. I mean, I'll destroy a half loaf right there. Because sometimes I just wait, a couple days before I cook stuff, so that I will be so hungry that when that food is ready, I can't stop. I mean, if I just held my mouth open, I would just have water dripping from my mouth. I mean, that's how the body works. I mean, when it smells the food, you know it's coming, and then your mouth starts to water. Mouth watering, whatever, is great. When your mouth starts with water before you eat, I mean, you're gonna love what you're gonna eat, and it's coming, and your body's just ready for it. Okay, bye. I have to go. Love you and see you later.